You want to get good, you want to grow fast, you want to be the next big thing on Twitch, on YouTube, you name it, then you need to follow this guide to become #1 as fast as humanly possible. This is how you go from 0 to 1,000 in 1 month. Let's freaking do this. Okay, in fairness, I hate videos like that. I hate tips like that. I genuinely think speed growth on platforms such as Twitch is a terrible idea. Let me explain. Ladies and gents, if you're brand new to the channel or if you're a regular, welcome. I'm TheXploder and today we're talking about speed growth on Twitch and why you shouldn't worry about it. Let's be frank right now. I just do not like the idea of speed growth. I've been on YouTube for years, I've been on Twitch for years, and some people may say, oh, if you've been there for years, why aren't you growing that fast? It's because I'm not aiming for growth right off the bat. Don't get me wrong, if I grow and things spike up and become absolutely amazing for me to the point where I can quit my job and do this full time, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it, because that's amazing. But guess what? That's probably only for like the top 1% of people that do content creation can actually pull that off. Bearing in mind, on Twitch alone, you're on a platform that has over 9 million unique streamers, which has only spiked up recently even more because of the current pandemic plaguing the world. And you still want to be at that 1% level. There are many different ways to go about it, and one of the easiest ways to go about it is by following all these guides you're going to see on YouTube and other articles out there as to how you can grow fast. And for some of you, it's going to work. For some of you, it's going to be your saving grace, and it's going to be the very thing you needed to get there. And if it works for you, or in any case, if it has worked for you, I'm really freaking happy for you. And I generally mean that. I'm really happy for you because it's worked for you. But I've seen so many people that immediately go to look at these guides, that immediately go to listen to the advice of these big names, and then they try the statistical mathematical approach to live streaming, and within a month, 2 months, 3 months, not even a year, they've already quit, or they've already burnt out, or they've already not been able to keep to their schedules, not being able to keep to their streams. They're getting frustrated because the numbers aren't matching up with what, by paper, should be doing well for them. And this is why I just don't like the idea of speed growth. I know there are a lot of people on the platform and you need to stand out quick, but in my personal opinion, when it comes to streaming, part of the greatest thing you can have involving this, whether you're doing it as a hobby or you're aiming to potentially make it full time, it's the journey. And the journey is something very important that I want to express in this video. Let's take 2 examples. You have Jenny. Jenny wants to be a live streamer, and she decides she wants to stream games like Animal Crossing, the more relaxed, chilled out games that have set niches. She may not be able to grow as fast straight away, but she wants to have fun. She wants to have a really great time. She wants to connect with people, meet new people, and grow naturally. Then you have Steve. Steve plays Call of Duty. Steve loves watching guys like Tim the Tatman absolutely decimate a Call of Duty and having amazing rapport on live stream. So Steve wants to take his game to the next level. He gets everything he needs, camera, microphone, you name it, and he starts becoming a live streamer, streaming Call of Duty Warzone to become the next Tim the Tatman. And in a logical world, both of these examples can do extremely well in their own ways. But let me accentuate this example a little bit more. Let's fast forward a year. Our Animal Crossing streamer over here has been doing really well for herself. Sure, she may only still be averaging anywhere between 5 to maybe 15 or 20 viewers at most. But you know what those viewers have? They have a rapport, a connection, a genuine attraction and connection to that live streamer that they keep coming back for. They feel relaxed, they feel welcomed, they feel like they can have a laugh, they keep making clips whenever the streams come up, and they all go on that journey together. And throughout that year, she's been working with different overlays, different alerts, different ways to have chat interact with her and her interact with chat, creating a connection that is super strong. That, yeah, although she doesn't technically have the big numbers, every number is not just a statistic to her. Every number is an individual person who, out of these 9 million plus streamers on Twitch, have decided to come over, watch, and connect with her streams, which just makes her feel absolutely incredible. Then we go back to Steve. Steve, 1 year later, has decided to quit live streaming. He's been streaming nothing but Warzone this entire time with a strict, purposeful mentality of working by the numbers. After starting out, he's been watching all these videos as to how to grow super fast, even getting tips maybe from TheXploder himself by throwing a few donos at him and asking him some questions on stream. By paper, he should technically be bigger, better, and more successful. But he doesn't feel that. Even though he may be getting those numbers every now and again, he just doesn't have that same rapport with the viewers, and the viewers don't have that same rapport with him. There's a disconnect there. He is playing the game to the best of his abilities because he loves Warzone, and his gameplay involving Warzone and his overlays and everything insinuate how good he is at Warzone. But by focusing so much on Warzone and not having as much of an interaction and a connection with those in chat, people in chat are not coming necessarily for you. People in chat are coming for the gameplay, the shots, the headshots, the 720 spin around, no scoping, mile distance shot with a sniper rifle that only you can achieve. And the problem is, people want to connect with you as a live streamer. They don't want you to think of them as a statistic, as a piece of mathematics. They want you to think of them as an actual human being. They want you to have a connection with them. Don't get me wrong, I don't expect you to have chat up the entire time, to be watching chat as it develops, and to interact with every single person. Because when you get to a certain stage where you have hundreds, if not thousands, of individual messages rushing through that chat box faster than you can even clock eyes with, there is zero chance you're going to be able to interact with them. And that's when you have alerts and interactions that involve people spending bits or people dropping donations with maybe text-to-speech in the background or a message connected to it, so that live streamers can interact with you, but that's the only way they can really micromanage the chat and the banter. And let me take other examples for you. TheXploder, I don't want to crap on, because he has grown over this time. And how has he grown? He's grown by, yes, playing Call of Duty, the big name esports titles, being very good at them, but at the same time, having that interaction with chat. His dedication is not solely on Warzone content. He is also building a reputation and an interaction with the community at large, with his viewer base. Steve did not acknowledge that. Steve just simply thought, as long as he plays the right game, follows the right metrics, streams at the right times, and builds by paper, he should technically be the next TheXploder within a year, right? Well, that's not going to work. In my personal opinion, you shouldn't aim to be the next Pokemon, or the next TheXploder, or the next Doc, or the next this, or the next that. What you should aim to be is the first you, which can also help with your branding and other elements like that. If you focus on your development, your growth, your viewership, and building up you as a person, you would look back at your first streams, your first few clips that people have made of you, you look back at the hilarity and sometimes the awkward parts and think to yourself, you've come a long way. It's not just the overlays that change over time, it's you, the person. You grow, you develop, you create connections, and you engage. Not just necessarily with your viewer base. If you decide to raid someone after your stream and you've maybe done research on them and you know you want to raid them, you've been a bit iffy in the past, but now is the day to do it, and then you gain an interaction with them, you keep popping back, you keep raiding them, you build a rapport with them, and back and forth happens. It's great. You start building that sense of self-confidence that yes, you're a good person, and people love following good people because they can connect with you, engage with you, and view you just as someone they can chill out with or be entertained by and still have a worthwhile connective experience. Because at the end of the day, they've chosen to watch you. They're not watching Netflix, they're not watching whatever's on television, and they're not watching any other streamers or YouTubers or anything else. They're watching you. And if they watch you, that is a big freaking deal. In my opinion, here are some pros and cons to speed growth on Twitch, for example. You have the chance to get to affiliate and partnership much faster than maybe other people. You have the potential to get big numbers very quickly and be able to not flatline as fast as other creators. You potentially have the chance to collab with the bigger name streamers and the bigger name guys on the platform of your choosing because of your numbers, and therefore creates a spiraling connective event that just keeps things growing and keep going faster. And of course, one big deal for a lot of people, you get that sweet, sweet money, baby. Money is all I need. But here are some cons. And in my personal opinion, these are things you definitely need to keep in mind. You may not have the same amount of connection you have with viewers as you would do if you went about this in a different way. You're not necessarily going through the experience on developing yourself as you're live streaming. If you have just a simple overlay and it's working for you and you've got your own mindset into live streaming, that's great. But if there's no sign of development and you're not developing alongside your community with that connection and engagement, it's going to hinder you. Which ties into my third point, not developing alongside your viewership. They're growing along with you. They may not necessarily be streamers or content creators, but they want to grow. They want to see how good you're doing and they want to be inspired by that. And they want to grow as well in their own way. You may not even necessarily have a true heartfelt feeling of all the good, powerful, and absolutely amazing work you've put into it. You may reach that milestone and just think, well, that's mark 1 off my list. I'll hope to get the next one soon. Instead of looking at that milestone and thinking, my God, really? I just hit that milestone? That's amazing. And this is a big one. For speed growing on Twitch, you, as a streamer, just may not find streaming entertaining if you go in with that mentality. I say this because I have seen so many people over the years going into live streaming, experiencing it, having a good time, doing their best with it, and then they stop because they either give up because of burnout or they give up because the numbers aren't matching with where they want to be, and there's a disconnect there, and that disconnect ends up becoming a break. And once that's broken, it's very hard to repair and get back on the bandwagon. I also want to say that because I've kind of been there myself. I had a huge moment when it came to streaming where I fought solely, and I mean solely, on numbers and growing as fast as humanly possible. And you know what that did to me? It almost destroyed my entire mentality when it came to streaming and content creation in general. But I'll probably leave that for another video in the future if anyone out there is interested. If you are, please leave your comments down below, because I'd love to hear your experiences as well, whether you've hit that monstrous almost break moment in your content creation time. But anyway, those are my thoughts on speed growth on Twitch. I generally think you shouldn't do it, but if you want to go about it, just be careful, and I wish you all the best of luck. And if you're just going to stream in general, and if you're just going to chill out doing your own thing, heck, either way, I want to check out more Twitch streamers regardless, because I want to interact with you, I want to build up my community even more, and build up with your community and see how you do. And who knows, maybe do some interactive talkie videos or even interview videos with you guys in the future. Drop your links, drop your connections, and let me know what your stream is all about down in the comment section below, as long as any other opinions you may have in the content of this video. And since you have to go past the description to go down into the comment section anyway, consider doing a couple of other things for me. Number 1, your regular YouTube bits. Liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that fun jazz you can do down below, go for it. On top of that, in the description, you'll see a bunch of links to all my social media platforms, including Discord, where I'm the most active, and we do a lot more interactive things. I'm always asking for your guys' opinions on bits. You also see exclusive bits you'll only see on Discord. And on top of that, we also host movie nights every single Saturday, so you can come on down for that also. You'll also find a link to my Twitch channel where we're streaming every Tuesday, Thursday and Friday for some more explosive action that you can tune into directly and have some more fun with. So now we're coming to the end of this video. Scroll on down, fill your boots with all the bits you can do, from subscribing to commenting and all the other bits in between. I'll see you next time for another video of interest. Until then, stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay explosive. I'll see you guys then.